Welcome everyone to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene, where we serve the hottest tea. Join me and my baby stripper voice.
And me welcoming you all to eavesdrop onto our uncensored opinions. This platform is used to inform, laugh, and potentially inspire others to speak out about things we may all be thinking about but are too afraid to say out loud.
And don't forget, babes, if the shoe fits, wear it. Alright guys, welcome back to Spilling the Tea with Estee.
And Marlene.
And we're in a different setup today. We're in my favorite place in the entire world.
Your bed.
My bed. This is like where I thrive.
First of all, if you ever text this man and I'm like, is my shit on?
It is on.
Okay. And he's like, hasn't responded, it's because he's napping.
Yeah.
If he's having a good day, he took a nap. If he's going out later tonight, he's napping. If he's had a bad day, he's gonna take a nap.
If I have nothing to do,
A nap.
I'm gonna nap.
He loves to sleep.
I love to nap.
I think that's why you don't have like bags.
And concealer.
Yeah.
Napping is my favorite thing. And let me tell you, I feel like I'm not looking at you. Let me tell you, when we had COVID lockdown.
Oh, yes.
And when everybody, like the first like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I was just like out of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I was like staying up to like 5 in the morning to watch shows. And then I wake up at like 2 p.m. And then at some point I was like, I need to get my life
together
in order because like this cannot be it. Because eventually we're going to come out of lockdown. So I put myself on a schedule and I would go to sleep at like 10. I would wake up like around like 7 or 8. I would like work out, have breakfast. And every day at 4, I would put on a pajama set. And I would take a nap till 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know how you nap and then go back to... Because if you wake up at 6 and you're going to go back to sleep at 10.
Yeah.
I can't. I will have a hard time.
No. I love it.
So, if you guys hear background...
There's like shit going on in my house, but...
But don't worry about that because we're the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I woke up today. I was in bed with one man.
And came to bed with another man.
Yeah.
That's being called a hoe.
I was like, excuse me. Señor, respéteme.
So we were talking, speaking of bed.
Yes.
We were talking, so I recently was in Arkansas for business, which, shout out Arkansas.
Shout out the cows.
Shout out the cows and all of that lives there. But one thing that I texted you that I thought was funny was, so like TMI, but I was in my hotel room and I was trying to watch porn.
Okay.
And in the state of Arkansas, you have to be 18 years old. Well, in life, you have to be 18 years or older to watch porn.
Yeah.
But, New York is a little fluid.
Well, when we're 90s kid, well, yeah, I'm a 90s kid. And early 2000s, and, they had, like, Channel 69.
Yeah, on, like, the fake, not DVD, the fake cable boxes.
Yeah, so, like, that's how I learned about
porn. And it's, like, HBO After Dark.
All right, but...
So, I was trying to watch porn, and then so a screen comes up and it says that...
Wait, were you trying to watch porn on the TV in the hotel?
No, on my phone.
Okay, on your phone. Okay.
On my phone. So I was trying to go on my usual, like, site, and then I get, like, a pop-up that said that in the state of Arkansas, you have to verify your age, that you're 18 and over.
Okay.
To watch pornography. And the 2 ways they have to test your age is that you can, like, scan your face, and then it does, like, a face scan to see if you're over the age of 18, or you can scan your ID. Either way, both of those are a hassle. But whatever, I scan my face, and then...
Imagine your face is like, no, 15.
Oh my god. Well, that would be good in life, not in porn.
Yeah.
So, whatever, scan my face, it said, like, whatever, you're over 18, leads me to another page, and then to watch the video, you have to make an account for the site. Because you need to create an account that has your age and everything on it.
I know.
So once you create an account,
Se me quita la gana.
that's what happened to me. So then I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I put on a podcast and I took a bath. And I took a bubble bath.
I mean, the bubble bath is nice, but it's not gonna do anything for your calentura.
It wasn't. But yeah, I just took a bath and I was like, I'm so over this. Like, I'm not here to struggle. Then I told my friend in Charlotte, and they also have the same thing.
So you're trying to regulate people from watching porn.
But not in Miami. You can watch porn. Well, even like how you said, we were like early night.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
like
when
night.
were you exposed to porn?
Oh, like 12.
Yeah, like I think I was 11, 12.
Yeah, and like my first thought process was like, how are you supposed to jerk your meat if you're under 18 in Arkansas?
You nerd. I guess I don't know.
Like, do you have to like steal an ID? Do you have to get a fake ID to get a fake age to get a for a fake? Also, I have a lot of sites that I watch. I don't just have like one.
Oh, so what's your favorite?
Um.
I feel like I haven't watched porn in a long time, so that's why I'm like so intrigued. I'm like,
Okay, so there's Pornhub,
okay,
X Hamster, which has nothing to do with hamsters or animals. I don't know why
the name.
that's the name, but X
That's the name.
Hamster is fucking lit.
Okay.
I don't really watch X2 because it's a little amateur,
Okay.
and I like a production.
I don't mind the amateur.
No, if you look blurry, I I I like a production.
He's like, I'm gonna need the quality of the.
Yeah. So there's X2, which is fine. I think RedTube. There's like Boyfriend TV, something. There's a lot. So like, I'm gonna have to get an account for all of these. How many accounts am I gonna have to get?
So you're gonna have to get a fake ID to scan the ID to see if it's a real ID, I guess, because that's the type of technology that they're using.
Mm-hmm. And then also, like, I mean,
Unless you like share the account.
yeah, you were like in a relationship. So, but when you were single, you indulged in porn.
Yes, I.
So
Right now, not so much because
yeah,
I'm getting the real deal.
yeah. So you indulged in porn when you were single.
Yes.
Do you ever like just get hot and you're like, oh, I'm about to fucking
Turn
masturbate?
on. Yeah.
And then once you're finished, you're like, you have such shame. And you're like, oh my God, like I am such, especially when we watch like some really heavy porn. You're like,
you know when I had that? Oh, God. When I recorded myself.
like a solo?
Like a solo. And I was just like, you give me something Because I recorded myself because somebody had sent me something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, we're getting a little spicy, you know. So I was like, you know, but my number one rule is always no face, no case.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to be sending shit.
Yeah.
So then I recorded myself because I got one. So I
also don't have tattoos, which is good.
Yeah, and I don't have tattoos. So I was like, so I, you know, did a little thing with my own thing.
Uh-huh.
And I sent it over and then I watched it back and I was like, ¿Quién es ella? I was so ashamed. I was like, but then you better looking at yourself from the angles and I'll be like, bitch, you look good there. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
But like I'm saying, like sometimes you like masturbate and then depending on the video you watch, you're finished and you're like, what is wrong with me? So then what I'm saying is that you're gonna have all these like actual like logins to all these like videos and they're gonna push to you like an algorithm and you're just gonna see and you're gonna feel like shit if you're like at work and then this.
Oh my God, that is like the most embarrassing thing.
It is like this site just pushes you like gangbang, gangbang, gangbang. I'm gonna be like, oh, I am a fucking whore.
You do want to get gangbang.
Well, what's your favorite like topic? Like your favorite like category or genre?
I mean, I like tits, like the big boob ones, but not like extremely big. Just like, you know, I like curvy women. I like exotic Latino, black. I don't get turned on with like white bitches. Like, I'm good with that. I like watching threesomes. I'm like, how did she do that like that? Yeah. I like to take pointers too.
Yeah.
So I like a little bit of everything. I'm not watching like no anime.
No, I don't do that.
Or like I don't like too much of like, and this is gonna be a little too TMI,
I
but
mean,
you know what
welcome.
turns me off about some porns? Like when your asshole is just too black. Like why you just can't
Yeah.
bleach that shit?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
ma'am, you're gonna be recorded. Like you should be having a little bit more of cleanliness.
Maybe. Yeah.
And you know
I can
why?
see that.
You know why I like watching amateur porn? Because I'm just like, what has driven you here? I be having a whole
Um.
thing in the background of my head, like, what has driven you here to do this amateur porn? Is it the bills? Is it your life? Did you have daddy issues? I be thinking about everything, but I just be.
Masturbating.
But then I just get to masturbating. But then I just be thinking at the beginning, like, what led you here, ma'am?
um. So my favorite type of porn is like either gangbang or like having a train run. So I don't want that being pushed to me while I'm not like. So that's why I don't want no accounts.
You just want to just show up and.
Yeah. And speaking of when you think about how you got here, I like a production of porn, and
You
I
do.
love a long video, like beginning, middle, and end. I like to see why you're fucking in the story. Like I love the ones that's like,
I don't like when you just get to it. I want
yeah,
to know
like
like what has led you here.
I also think it's so hot when you like watch the scenes where they take their clothes off and they start with like the oral and all of that. I like to see all of that.
But I don't like 3 hours of giving head.
No.
Because let's be in reality. Like this is why men have projections that are not real. Like these like we're not giving head for 3 hours.
Also, you're not screaming like these fucking bitches.
Yeah, like I have a neighbor that sees my face.
Yeah. But that was my experience in Arkansas.
So you would never go back because you have to make an account to watch some porn.
I mean, I wouldn't watch porn there because
What you gonna get? A man
it's just such a hassle.
surrounded by by a farm and some cows, and we're gonna fuck on the hay.
I mean, that's kind of hot. But it's just such a hassle. Like, if you're going home and you already know, like, tonight's the night, you need to start signing up to the sites, like, on your way home. So by the time you get home, it's like, it's ready. The video's loaded. Because, like, it's just, like, a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Especially when you're, like, doing, like, your solo thing. It's like, something could be quick, something could be fast. And it's like, sometimes it might take you longer to log in. So,
I always be scared. I'm like, like when you were watching porn and then you go to work and then you're like showing something on your
that
phone.
has happened to me. That has happened. And I'm just like, no, you can't use my phone.
When that happened to you,
At work,
you were giving your phone to somebody.
I was showing somebody something like, oh, let me show you. And then it was just like Pornhub. And then I was like, "Hmm." And then we both like acted like nothing happened. It's a natural thing to watch porn.
It's okay. I want everybody to know it is natural to watch porn. If you are not into porn, that's totally fine. Again, I haven't been watching porn in a while because I'm not lacking vitamin D like some people.
Okay.
But because I was making fun of your sickness,
Yeah, and
I got sick.
who's sick?
I'm a little sick today, but that's fine. But yeah, it's okay to watch porn. I was just talking to my friend yesterday, and she was telling me that it's a little. You need to know your partner's. You need to know your partner's like sexuality, like their sexual language, because she's a person that she just wants to get to it, and her partner is a person that needs a lot of
Like touch and
touch and
stimulation.
stimulation and like kind of like before what is it called?
Like foreplay.
She needs a lot of foreplay.
Which that's me. I like that.
Yeah, so she's just like, oh, I need to come to a middle that it just cannot get to like just bend me over and give it to me.
That's hot too, but like every so often.
Yeah, so she was like, I told her, I was like, why don't you just go like to Babeland and like, I mean, it doesn't have to be Babeland, but like any type of sex um stores or just like techniques of like how you can start off because you need to, if you want to be with her, she likes foreplay, so you kind of need to get into it to then get bent over and rammed.
Yeah.
So it's important for you, for you to know your partner's sexual language Or not even your partners, just whoever you want to fuck.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of? Because we both watch Summer House
Mm-hmm.
on Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the couple, if you watch it, you'll know. If not, you probably could just still relate to it. Um, it is that they were best friends and they got together in a relationship.
Oh yeah.
And like he's not as sexual as she is. And he said that his biggest thing that he realized after they started dating was that she is very sexual and he's not really that sexual.
But I don't know why he would
And
think that she's been always sexual.
yeah. And they hadn't had sex. Like they have it like every 2 weeks.
No, once every several weeks.
Once every several weeks. And several is what, more than 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
I've never lived with somebody, so I can't elaborate on like if the dick is next to you, like do you just kinda like or just like
No,
whatever. But it's just like that's a long time. That's a long time to not have sex and have a healthy relationship.
I think if you don't have anything going on in your life that's stressing you out, then that is a long time or that's just not regular. But I'm sorry, but sex is a great form of stress reliever.
It's also a way to like make up because sometimes you could be annoyed and then you have sex and you're like, honestly, that wasn't even that serious.
Exactly. So, um,
I mean, 3 weeks is a long time for a relationship.
for
For
a
a single,
person
it's
that you live with or you don't live with
either way. Unless you live,
in another state.
yeah, if you are, what is that called? Long distance.
Yeah.
3 weeks is fine. If that's, but if you live in the same city, you need to come fuck me 3 times a week. And if we live in the same house, 3 to 2 times a week.
I
No,
think
2 to 3. I said it backwards.
I was like 2 to 3 is good.
Yeah, because sometimes I get annoyed of you because I see you all the time, but 3 weeks? That's insane. I can't.
I'm like, I know it was a time for me where I was busy doing something and we were not having, because I was just so stressed out about that one situation that we weren't having so much sex. Me at that and that partner, but now we don't live together, but we're still fucking like.
As
It's
you
been
should.
24 hours and we fucked twice.
As you should. I would be worried if you weren't.
Exactly. So one thing for sure is you need to realize who you're with. Are you with a sexual person? Go into that relationship or whatever you're doing
Hmm.
with that person knowing that that person is a sexual person. And if that's not what you want, it ain't gonna change.
I think sex is a huge. Well, this whole episode became about sex,
Yeah,
basically.
because
Um,
explícame, no, we haven't gotten off the train.
at least you guys know that spilling the tea is sex positive.
Yeah, we're sex
I was a bit
positive.
sexually fluid, but we're not sexually fluid.
I'm like, señora, no, I'm in bed with you, pero
um, we're gonna record OnlyFans after.
no.
But this podcast is sexually free.
We're sexually free. We think that sex is positive
Yeah.
and that you should be exploring avenues that you're curious about.
Yeah. I actually was gonna say something like completely blanked out.
Anal?
No. It was like actually something that was on the track of what we were talking about. And it slipped my mind because I was talking about sexually free.
Let's take a break, guys.
Wait, I have one random question.
Okay.
Do you and your partner have like a secret pet name aside from Babe?
In our bedroom?
Or just in like life?
Yeah.
Would you care to share it? It's private.
It's private.
Okay. Is it like
I'm
is,
like, yeah.
is it like something
No, it's normal, but it's between me and him.
okay? Because like I've seen partners on TV that they'll call each other like, hey, like
Hey,
chicken.
bunny, or like,
Yeah, like hey
I'm like, nothing like
bunny.
that. And I'm like, no,
Okay.
we don't have anything like that. We just say
Wh-
babe or like our names.
What would you want to be called? Because some people be like, hey chica woo, and you're like, what?
Where you got chica whoop?
I don't know. Like people just have like weird names.
Um, no, I'm like, maybe like queen. Like, no, I'm good. Like, I feel like that's just like that name has just become so like dragged
Yeah.
out already. No, babe. Dije, amor de mi vida.
Yeah. Or like,
La luz de mi vida.
or like you know how people have like those like pet names like Tuti.
No.
I feel
I
like
don't
I would like my pet name to be Starfish. Hey, starfish.
Starfish or the turkey?
No, that's not mine. That's my friend's pet name. Hey, turkey.
Ay, Dios, let's
Así
go
que
make
la pava.
la pava que se pavió. Welcome back, guys, to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene. We are currently in Estee's
Welcome
bed.
back to my bed. If you want to wife me up, this can be your view.
It's pretty comfortable, I must say.
Bouncy.
It's a little bouncy.
It's sturdy.
I feel like we're really calling
I
the
can
dick
hold
as a
on.
man. We're really
I
manifesting
can
this
hold
dick
on
for
to
you.
this.
At least this is not giving me the bed with the fucking columns.
No, the Dominican bed.
The Dominican bed.
All right, but
this is giving me Caucasian bed.
Thank you. But we need to manifest a date. You need to take me on a date. Not you, but the guy.
I'm like, Joe.
If you want to take me on a date, I am available.
Okay, we're gonna manifest a date. What kind of date is an? Can you tell me like what's an ideal date for Esty?
I like to fucking eat. So
and good food.
I like to eat good. Um, I'm too old to like fucking go have a fucking coffee and walk a fair on a first date. I need a meal. I need a dinner.
Can you meet for cocktails, and if the conversation is good, then it moves to dinner?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
But I need you to take charge. I need you to tell me like meet me at on Friday at 7. All right, so we're back. Sorry, we had like a little phone call. But I like to eat good, and I want you to take charge. I want you to tell me like.
I know that for sure. You want somebody to take charge to.
You know what my favorite thing is? I like someone to listen to me, and if I say my favorite foods, which is Italian, sushi, or Peruvian, I want you to listen to that and then be like, "Let me take you to my favorite spot." And then whatever your favorite spot, I'll judge if you have good taste or not.
So it's a standard.
Yeah,
you better come correct, guys.
Yeah, some people don't have great taste, and that's just unfortunate for them.
How? I feel like nowadays, because I was talking to my friend and he's gay, and I was telling him, I was like, don't you see yourself like with an older man? He was like, well, I've been getting a lot of youngins. So then he showed me a picture of a youngin that like slid into his DMs. And then I was like, I'm telling you right now, you're too old to be with a person that's not that they're not comfortable with themselves with being out of the closet.
Oh yeah, that's a deal breaker.
So I think you need to say that whenever.
Oh, you have to be out and proud and living your life.
Because if you start talking to somebody and they're that person for you, but then they're just not doing that, or they're not comfortable with themselves, it's just not gonna work.
I'm not gonna talk to you. Like it would never go anywhere. Like I wouldn't even step to the bus stop with you.
You have been picked up at the bus stop.
I have, but that was many years ago. Okay.
It was like
We have a car now. Another thing that I wanted to touch on from my fucking trip to Arkansas, and this is just like
Moo capital.
And this is just like not just in that state, but I feel like you can relate to it, and I feel like maybe people can relate to.
Okay.
Being a New Yorker or being someone that lives in a big city, LA, New York, maybe Miami. Never been to Chicago, so I can't talk about that. You are equipped with a certain type of common sense that people from other places are not. And what I'm talking about is that I was in the airport.
Okay.
Went through TSA.
Ay, espérate, I need to get comfortable.
Went through TSA. This is the OnlyFans. And crossed whatever. I'm going to the bathroom.
Don't mind me. Okay.
I'm going to the bathroom. And the opening is here to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
There is a guy standing on his phone looking for something. There's the opening. The guy's here, like semi-middle. His bag is 2 feet away. There. He's on the phone. And then he has his arm against the wall. So it's like hallway, arm, guy, space.
I think
Maleta.
you're gonna have to draw this out.
I don't know if I can do that because I
Okay.
don't know if I can edit like that.
Okay.
Maleta, little space, wall. Where the fuck am I going through? So then I go to the guy, look at him. First of all, I gave him the "Are you stupid?"
Look.
look. Like he looked at me and he said, "Excuse me." And he looked at me, and I went through the bathroom. Like I thought it was gonna be like a, oh shit,
Let me move.
like maybe he just was like not aware.
Uh huh.
Go to the bathroom, do my business, come back out, same position, still on the phone.
Con la maleta en el
Did
medio.
not move the bag. I come back out, returned around and gave him the "you are stupid" look, and came back out, and I was like, this shit would never fly in New York. This shit would never fly in LaGuardia. This shit would never fly in JFK. You know why? Because New Yorkers have the common sense that if you're
Move
going
the
to
fuck
do
out the
that,
way.
you stand in the corner so you don't inconvenience other people. And I have found that out not just in airports, even just walking through the city. Like these people that are not from here would be walking and then they would just like stop and you're behind them and you stop.
Exactly.
If you know you need to stop, it's like a car. You start walking a little slow and then you pivot to the right or to the left wherever there's a corner so you don't inconvenience people.
I want to ask,
Hmm.
what was that man? What did he look like? His race?
He was an older Caucasian man.
Yeah. I mean, my personal opinion, and nobody better drag me for this. This is my personal opinion.
Hmm.
I personally believe that Caucasian people are inconsiderate of other people and they're just living in their bubble, and everybody has to kind of basically move around their bubble.
Yeah,
They're very inconsiderate.
it is, and it's also like hard because that state's a predominantly Caucasian state, so like they just all roll like that.
He was looking at you like,
He was looking at me, and I'm looking at him like, no, you are in the wrong. So that's just like my thing. It's just like there are just so many things that like we do, like even like walking through the street as like a New Yorker, like you usually walk to the right because if you're walking this way to the right, the people coming towards you to the right, there is no, it's like a road. And the
on
reason,
42nd Street, you see that when you're walking from the A
yeah, like when you walk
train,
through like,
the
not,
tunnel.
yeah. And I actually, when I went to Paris, I really liked that fact that there was signs that said "walk to your right," and the way like their train layout was like there's a tunnel here, there's like two-way tunnel, and you go enter the train through this tunnel, and then when you exit the train, there's a tunnel here, so you don't like.
Yep.
It's very civilized. The Europeans, the Americans are trash.
Again, to your point, Americans are trash.
American people are trash, and I'm Colombian, so I can say that. And you're Dominican, so you can also say that. But that's just like my thing. It's just like, where's the common sense? Like so many things just happen in the city.
You walk to the left if you know that you're gonna keep walking. You veer to the right if you know you're gonna make a stop or you need to look at your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that just be looking at their phone aimlessly, but you're gonna be get fucking yelled at or you're gonna get a look.
Yeah. Like another thing that's just like annoying that I get. I mean, tourists do this all the time, but like
Oh yeah, that shit irks me so much.
there's also very stupid New Yorkers, so I'm not just gonna blame it on other
No, they're
people.
stupid. Like the tourists, like when they're just like stop, and I'm like, yo, get the fuck out the way. Or they're walking so slow, and I'm
Ugh.
like, get out of my way. Like I have something to do. Like
Nothing irks me than a slow walker. But the thing that I was gonna say was that if you're gonna go to the train or you're gonna go on a bus and you're gonna go through the turnstile, your card, your phone, your Omni, however you're gonna pay, if you're gonna pay with the holy water, it should be on your hand.
Yep.
So when you are walking, you just boop, however you're paying, and you just go through. You don't get to there
Ooh.
and you start,
Ooh.
oh,
Come
like,
on, come on.
oh, like you start just like going through your purse. And you're like, oh, oh. No, it's just like things like that just irk me. Like if you're gonna order something at a Starbucks or like a McDonald's or like just any place like a fast food, if you're making a line, read the motherfucking menu. I get if there's no line and you
You know
get to
who?
the front and then you're like, oh, like give me 1 second. If there's someone behind you, I would let the person. I'm
Go
sorry,
if,
I'm deciding. Please
yeah.
go in front. But if there's like five people in front of you, start reading the menu.
You know who shames the most? And I'm just like, when I go to Europe or I go like anywhere like European or like Spain or like, and they just look at you like, you stupid Americans.
Yeah.
And I just be like, yo.
No.
Yo soy
Yeah.
dominicana. Yo no sé lo que está. Yo no soy American.
Yeah, that happened to me in London. Some guy was like, "Sir, excuse me, are you American?" And I was like, "Excuse me, I am Colombian. I am not an American."
But then to get back home,
Let me get my little American
you
passport.
like when you know like there's columns of like
It's like American.
American
Let me get
tour,
my. Let me get my
and you
American.
muy rápido. Let me get this blue passport
Yeah.
out with a picture. I'm American. I'm going through.
Or like in Spain, they would be like, "Hello, like how are you?" No, no, yo hablo
Español,
español.
me puede hablar en
Y me puede hablar
español.
español, pues yo no soy americano. Yo soy de Colombia.
Ahí.
Colombia. Like, you know how they like
Okay,
elongate?
Colombia.
Colombia. Señor, yo soy de Colombia.
Ay, gracias a Dios, like, tú no cantas cuando speak when you speak because that shit drives me insane about Colombians.
It actually drives me insane too.
So.
But yeah, that's my annoyance of like just people who have lack common sense. And I feel like people who are just raised in cities are just a little bit more aware
Get the fuck out the way.
of certain things. Just like a lot of things that just people do. It's not just like, what else do people do that's
I
annoying?
feel like I'm very considerate on the MTA. Like, I'm in my section. I'm not on the fucking MTA. This is the seat that I sit in. Then the next seat is for my bag. Then the next seat is for whatever. I'm not like that. Everything is gonna go in one seat, and then that everybody else can sit. Like, be considerate of other
And if I don't fit on a seat, I don't sit down.
Yeah, or
I
I
don't
just
eyeball it
stand.
because there's times that like I'm sitting there and it's like, babe,
Where?
you don't fit. Your thigh's on mine, and I would like your thigh not to be on mine.
There's people that will squeeze themselves into that little crack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ma'am, we're both gonna be here sweating.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? So, I got you. I would be annoyed too. I would be like, sir.
Yeah, but that guy really just took me. Especially it was early. It was an early flight.
I
Why are you so spread out? Así, on the doorway.
to the restroom.
To the restroom. If you're looking at your phone, why don't you go sit down? This airport's not that big. Just go take a seat. Figure out what you need to look in your email. Whatever you need to do. It doesn't have to be in the entrance of the restroom.
And you know
He
what?
also was on my fucking flight.
He was on your flight? Imagine he would have sat next to you.
He would have had his bag on me because he lives his life like this.
Abierto.
Abierto. Like he lives his life like that. And it's not it.
It's not flight.
So that really ticked me off. And living in New York and I work in the city, I run into a lot of fucking tourists.
God bless you.
Yeah.
And you're like in a very touristy area.
Yeah.
So
it irks me.
that's why you're gonna manifest not living in New York anymore.
I know.
So.
Speaking of living in New York, we can end on this because this has nothing to do with our topic, but this episode had no topic.
This episode had nothing. We were just flowing.
We were flowing in bed. I was on TikTok earlier today.
Okay.
And they said that allegedly the U.S. is going to collapse. Not shocked. And
what, like the financial? Or
just like the whole country is going to go, like, not going to be a global empire. How it's going to go.
Yeah.
Where would you move to if you had to flee the U.S.? And I was like, this is a good question. I'm not going to Colombia. As much as I just talked about, I am Colombian. I was gonna say
actually maybe I want to go to a Caribbean place that my dollar is going to.
Well, it collapsed. There's no dollar. You ain't got no money, sis. No hay dollar. It collapsed. And the TikTok.
Yeah, but I'm like, so that means I gotta start from scratch?
Yeah.
Like no money in my bank?
I mean, whatever you have in your bank, but like you're not working for a U.S. company to give you dollars. There is no dollar. You just have to pick a country. I would pick a country that
I'm going to
has.
Europe.
Yeah, I'm going to Europe, but I'm going to a country that has global healthcare.
Yeah.
Which I don't know about all of them, but I know Spain has global healthcare because.
Yeah, I was thinking Spain.
It does, like, why do I have to provide for my own healthcare? And the healthcare that we pay for, it's fucking trash. I'm going to Spain or I'm going to a European country where the second highest dollar equivalent is like the euro or the pound, or I don't know if the yen is still in there. Where I'm going to a country that I can earn a good living with a good dollar. Like I'm not gonna go.
I was gonna say,
I want to go to Colombia and earn pesos
yeah.
because
I'm thinking of Caribbean because I want my dollar to que me
pero,
dure.
pero
Pero
no
pero
no
there's no
hay no
dollar, then I'm
hay
like,
yeah.
so
So I think I would move to Europe,
I was thinking like a
more Spain.
south of in Italy, but like south.
Okay, that's a I don't know if they have a global health national healthcare, but it's a European country with
Yeah.
euros. So it's good. Like I really when she said that I was like I really you have to and she explained things that are in her like bucket list of like she said about the healthcare. She said the
I'm gonna
quality
need this TikTok.
she said quality of life, then she said how easy it is to get a visa to
Yeah,
and to stay legally.
because Canada's really hard. You have to be there for like 7 years.
Yeah. And it's like she said some of these countries are a lot easier to get there and get like a working visa versus others. So I was like, I never like thought about this like fully. I just thought about like, yeah, I'll move to Europe and figure it out, but you can't like YOLO it.
No, but that's a good way to end the episode, so people could start thinking, where would you go if the dollar? Well, if the U.S. just went to shits and you didn't have a dollar, where would you go? Start thinking about it, because
It might happen. It might not.
who knows? But you know, one thing about you though is wherever you go, you can't make an account for porn.
You can in Greece and you don't have to make an account.
Were you watching porn in the same room with me? Oh no, not in Greece.
No, I had my own suite.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm thinking about Spain. I'm like,
No.
I was like, Señor, usted no me respeta ahí mismo.
No. What? No.
You know what? That's happened to me before. I was out with, I went out with another couple, and I was in a couple, and we shared a room. At 3 in the morning, all I heard was, and the next day, I just thought to myself, you motherfuckers couldn't take it to the balcony
Or the bathroom.
or the bathroom. Pero ahí mismo, like, it was only like 3 feet of space between two beds.
But it's also at that point is like how enjoyable is that sex because you can't like maneuver the way you do.
No.
You have to keep it quiet. You can't pound it.
No.
Like
It was.
they were just doing it for the thrill.
Yeah, and
But
I went right to sleep. I was like, I'm gonna mind my fucking business. One thing about me is I'm gonna mind my fucking business. I went right to sleep, and I was like, the next day I woke up and I told somebody, the person I was with, I was like, can you believe this shit? You was dead drunk, sleeping, and I'm over here hearing
what if
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What if their sex would have been good? Would he have been turned on?
Not that couple. Sorry. Not that couple.
And now I know which couple it is.
No, you don't.
No?
No. I was like, no, you don't.
Oh, I pictured
No.
a couple and I was
no, you don't.
I was like, they can tie me up and I would never be turned on.
No, I was like, it's depending on who it is. Like, I don't give a fuck that you're fucking. Like, go ahead. But, like, have some decency. 3 feet away from me?
Yeah, or like invite us at that point.
No, I don't want to be invited. Let's end
At that point, just be like, hey, you want to join?
Like, I did not want to join that. I was like, you giving me some toast?
No, you have to pay for that. It's on our OnlyFans, Estee and Marlene.
Why you gotta include me in your OnlyFans?
Because it's a joint OnlyFans.
What? If it gets me the coin,
at
this point,
we're gonna be showing some feet.
I don't mind giving a shoulder. I don't mind giving a neck. There's people with a lot of different fetishes, to be honest.
I would literally show my asshole for the right price. Bleached.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you better make sure that shit is bleached, because I will be judging it like.
Well, you're gonna be bleaching it. We're that close.
I don't think so, sir.
I think we're close, yeah.
We're not that close.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us from Estee's bed. If you're watching us, it's nice and cozy. Please like, share, comment, follow, Share your response on where would you move if the U.S. collapsed. I would love to see everybody's point of view on that.
And if you live in another state, because we have some like people that listen from other states.
Have some etiquette.
Oh, I was actually gonna say, if you listen from another state, like, how do you guys watch porn? Like, do you guys have to log in, or is it like us that we just like go on the site and ploop ploop,
Ploop ploop.
ploop ploop,
Just enter. Just go on.
ploop ploop? Yeah.
Okay. That's the question, guys. Where would you move if the U.S. collapsed? And if you're in another state, how do you watch porn?
Bye.
Bye. Well, legally. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform. Bye, guys.